not good if the blood is frozen. But economic flows in the country, it is not hoarded in the banks, in the foreign banks and other banks or underground or here and there. Then the country becomes good. The blood of the country is economy. The blood of the country is economy. Exactly the same way, our economy, our body, our health is dependent on the blood. If your blood every day moves thoroughly, every day thoroughly moves, you are clean. So that way I think the health depends upon your right kind of food, right kind of food. Right kind of food is easy digestible and tasty. Ita mita parimita. There is a very nice story. The once Rishi Jaimini, he was sitting in his ashram under a tree. It is a parable, very beautiful parable. Then a bird was there in the branch, and the bird said, "Ko aruk, ko aruk." And Jaimini understood and said, "Hitoguk." And then the bird again said, "Ko aruk." Then the Jaimini said, "Mitoguk." And the bird flew away. Ko aruk means the person who is free from disease. Ko aruk means the person who has no disease. Disease is one of the greatest enemy of mankind. Not only mankind, every kind. So Ko aruk, who is free from disease. Hitoguk, the one who is Hitokari Kanikura. And Ko aruk, the answer was not complete. Ko aruk, Mitoguk, Hitokari Kanikura Tongno Ghatishama Khaivan Tomaje Garo. So, Pyopani Mito, Parimito, it should be limited. Limited food, but substantial food. That is what the Gita also says. Yukta har viharastu, yukta cheshasu karmashu. So that way physical fitness depends upon your right kind of food, and right quantity, and regular exercise. Now, what kind of exercise? You choose, do. And then comes mind. I say the second factor for a human being, for a student particularly, is concentration of mind. Like exercise is good for body, concentration is healthy for mind. If the mind is rambling around, all day long moving around, you are thinking sometimes this, sometimes that, sometimes that, I think your mind is not healthy. You should have concentration of mind. Do one thing at a time. And full-hearted work. Anything you do with full interest. Without interest, concentration would not be there. Anything you are interested in, the concentration will come. I told that I will discuss on concentration. I am talking the secret of concentration. You must love the object on which you want to concentrate. If you have no love, it will not be concentrated. Suppose sometimes we take our book, study book, course book, and we keep the book before us. But hardly our mind is concentrated, it is traveling around. Your 90% of the mind is traveling around, and even 10% is not concentrated. Now you understand that you move in the sun, and you are not burned. But even a small piece of sunlight, focused by convex lens, brings about blisters. Exactly the same way, if you can focus our mind on our subject, which we love, and which we want to master, then concentration is developed. So, you have to be aware that your mind is not rambling around. This is one point. And concentration is a matter of practice. Everything is a matter of practice. Like the music is a matter of practice. Every skill in the world is a matter of practice. So concentration is a matter of practice, and you should be aware all the time where your mind is. A lot of people are not aware where their mind is. They move with the mind and then they forget. But you should be aware where your mind is and bring back. When you are chopping potatoes, chop potatoes. When you are writing, write. When you are playing, play. Do one thing at a time. This was taught by my father when I was a boy. You do one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. Then only your energy will be developed, concentration will be developed, the secret potentiality that is there in you, the talent, pratibha, will be manifested. So, pratibha has to be manifested. Individuality has to be developed. Your capacity is unique. You cannot be compared with anything. But you have to manifest it, develop it. So, concentration of mind. And third, I always believe in action. I say action makes a person better all the time. Even the greatest people, they did work, their choice work, their favorite work, even to the last moment of their life. So, it is called vital enthusiasm. I say vital enthusiasm. Pranik utsaha. Sharirik swastha, manasik ekagrata, pranik utsaha. The vital enthusiasm. What is vital enthusiasm? Many people are there in our society particularly, they shrink from work. They shrink from work. If there is a difficult work, they run away. If some social service is to be done, it is not a matter of his interest, he shrinks from it and stays. I said they never escape from work. Even in the midnight, cold night, you are in the cozy bed. You are in a cozy bed, but somebody clamors that there is a fire came out. I think, relinquish it, quit, come out like a hero and do work over there. I have been doing practice. I have been practicing this in Shivapuri. In the cold night, it is hailing outside. Shivapuri is a colder place than this. And I threw my cloth, made me denuded, and I stood outside in the cold, taking the name of Shiva. Because I think the Shiva is in the Kailash, and he was all the time with the cold, and he didn't care the cold. So I say, you must challenge yourself. You must do whatever what comes before you, however difficult, you must face, and that way your personality will develop. Every action is like a hammer of a blacksmith. The blacksmith gives this iron in the fire and then hammers. A small piece of iron becomes a sword. Exactly the style of hammering. Every work that you do with a right purpose, with a selfless purpose, with a benevolent purpose, builds up you. Like every brick makes a building. So that way I think when you have loved doing work for what's sake, you are a better human being and your life will be better, and I guarantee. And then comes intellectual perception. We read many books, but we don't have any opinion. We cannot develop our opinion. So I think you read books which are sometimes when you have spare time aside your post book, you read the books which are full of wisdom, like say Gandhi or Aurobindo or Vivekananda or Tolstoy and Shakespeare and so many other great masters. When you read a book, suppose you read Vivekananda's book, when you read Vivekananda's book, not only you are associated with wisdom, but you are with Vivekananda also, because your mind is associated with a great person. Our mind is like a magnet. It's like an iron. It has an induced power. If you are thinking of the great person, stronger person, you become stronger. If you are thinking of the weaklings, you become weaklings. This is Patanjali also says, that if you want to strength, you think of an elephant. You think of, like in India, they say, Bajranga Bali ki jai, and they get strength. So concentration. And lastly, most important is your spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge. You cannot avoid it. If the whole world stands against it, I am not going to side with them. I will say there is spirituality. A tree is there, laden with fruits and flowers, beautiful, lovely shape, what painting, but you don't see the root. The root is the root of all these things. We don't see the bacteria, but we see the disease. We don't see the air, but we feel the coolness. So, greater world is hidden rather than manifested. The manifested world is only a small percentage. The greater world is hidden. And behind your mind, which is constantly working, and you do not know where from these thoughts are coming, behind your intelligence, there is one existence of consciousness. It is alive in every human being, and this life has to be known. And education, if education is right, your way of life is right, in the course of time you will see this light, even in the darkness you will see this light gleaming. And this is spiritual. And spirituality can be manifested only by spiritual practices. By meditation, by mantra japa, all these kriyas that are given by our ancient sages, and you have your life still ahead before. You cannot confine yourself to this in the soul. As it is said in the Christianity, that it is good to be born in a church, but never good to die in it. Exactly in the same way. It is good to be admitted in a school or a college, but never good to spend life in the college. So you will be coming out one day, and you will remember that Swami Chandresh came to your school. Oh, never. What is my name? What is my name? And if your family asks that who came to your school today, you say that dear fellow came. Don't say like that. So, spiritual knowledge is necessary. I say 5 things for every individual. Physical fitness, mental concentration, vital enthusiasm, intellectual perception, and spiritual experience. These 5 things, when a tree is full with fruits, then tree cannot control. The birds come, the monkeys come, children climb up, and some people take it to the market, the fruits. Exactly in the same way you are like a moving tree. When you are laden with knowledge, physical fitness and mental, right, from physical fitness to spiritual knowledge, then you are fit to do service to the society. Then you must interact with the society, show love and help society. Helping others is to help yourself. The more you help others without any ulterior motive, without any selfish interest, your soul is enlightened. This is the way. So I say that every institution, now in the meantime, maybe 4 months I have spent talking with children. I might have gone to 45 schools and colleges, and everywhere hosts of students, and I was speaking to them about education, purpose of education. I say it should be triangular system of education, not angular, only book. It is informative. What you are having is only one angle. And this angle is not very steady. Why not steady? Because all what you have learned in the college and school, after 1 year or 2 years, you will forget a lot. You will forget 80% of that. But what you have learned practically in childhood, if you have swum, or childhood, if you have rode motorcycle or cycle, you will never forget. If you have swum in childhood, after 50 years you have thrown in the water and you swim again. But what you have done in your school and colleges, you forget. Why? Because a lot of them are from the books. Books are for information. Information alone cannot do anything. So I say that should be triangle. What is the triangle? The first angle of the triangle should be self-building spiritual education. Building character. Character. What is building character? Pattern. You have a pattern. You are a man on which everybody can depend that he cannot fail. He is perfect. He is perfect. How it is? It is called charitra. I say charitra. What is charitra? You might have heard that charitra means not to look at the girls, not to talk with them, not this, not that, not to eat anda, not to this. No, no. That is not charitra. Charitra is, char means to move. In Sanskrit, char dhatu, to move. And tra means freedom. The movement of yours, every movement, your mind, your body, every movement of yours, which gives you freedom in the course of time, mental freedom, confidence, joy, that is charitra. So unless and until you have realized the freedom within yourself, the freedom, the love of existence, then your charitra is not made. I say a man who might have lied 20 times, but he has spoken one truth at the right spot. He is a greater hero than a man who doesn't lie but hide his face when problem comes. I think courage is needed. Boldness is needed. Veera Bhakka Vasundhara. We want heroes. We want lions in our society. Society, like a building is made from bricks. Society is made from human beings. We must take care of human beings as much as possible. I told you all the factors. The factors have to be developed. If human beings are developed, then the society is developed. Moreover, I said dharma. You see dharma. My interpretation of dharma, my babies, please excuse me. I said dharma. Dharma is controlling the whole universe. Everything has dharma. This microphone has dharma. If you think that, oh, what it is? It is a torchlight? No, this is not torchlight. It is a pen? No pen. Oh, it is a microphone. And its dharma is to enlarge word. It has a dharma. What is this? This is a pen. It is not kankotao. Or it is nothing. So, its dharma is to write. If it doesn't write, we throw it out. The dharma of a dog is to bark. At night, if the dog, instead of barking, it would be singing like cuckoo, 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 then what would happen? The kids would be finding more opportunity to come in because the householder would be sleeping more. So dog has the quality to bark so that people's heart is shaken and he gets up at once. And dog's nature is somebody picks, he barks. The horse doesn't do that. And the horse runs for miles. He doesn't eat meat. He eats grass, grams and grass, chickpeas and grass. But he miles and runs because it is his quality, it is his dharma. A cat, there may be 20 people sitting here. If there is some sound, kishish, kishish, the cat will be concentrated. If he finds a mouse, she forgets everybody. She is so concentrated and jumps and doesn't miss. This is power. We must imitate nature also. We must see how nature is working. Nature is not working with books. Nature is working with practicality. So I said the first angle of the triangle should be spiritual. How you are a person of concentration. How you are happy. How you are healthy. How you know about yourself and your content that my birth in this world, which is very short period of time, has become accomplished. And second angle should be skill. You should be developed, skill. Without skill, man becomes corrupted. I see a lot of people who have got education, this education, a lot, but they're corrupted people. All the corruptions in the society, all the pandemoniums created in this country are by the educated people, not by the farmers, not by the motor mechanics, not by the nations, not by the stone crackers, but by the people who are educated, because they have not practically did work. Their heart is not developed. If you have not worked with the hand, heart is not developed. Because where is your heart? The hand, if you stand on a cross, then if you bring it here, it comes to heart. The heart is in the hand. If you have done right work, everything is done by the 5 fingers. If you have done work, your heart is developed. So I say second will be vocational. Well, the skill development. Skill development. First one is quality development, there is skill development. And third one is the information that is going on. Only information will do nothing. You have no vegetables, no good vegetables, but only spices. The spices cannot make a soup. You have to have vegetables. So when action is there, then information is very useful. Without action, information is not very useful, I say. So I say, everything in the world is running with dharma. Every plant has its dharma. This is a flower plant, this is an apple plant, this is a mango plant, this is a man. Everything is confined in the laws. By laws, whole universe is here. This is dharma. Animals are dharma. The cuckoos in the morning say cuckoo and they sleep. And the crows say ka ka. If it is changed, it becomes odd. So what is the dharma of human being? You are within nature. But you can conquer nature. You can conquer nature. Conquer the lower nature and come to higher nature. You are human beings. You are like a river near the ocean. Confidence. The river that is coming down from the mountain, there is neither whale, nor dolphin, nor shark, nor fish, nor nothing, nor boat, nor anything. But it goes near the ocean and there is the dots. There are whales, there are millions of kinds of fishes. And it is useful. Exactly the same way you have passed through many lifetimes. Everything is within you, in your subconscious, in your superconscious. And then you are a human being. You have many possibilities. And this possibility has to be cultivated. And this cultivation is education, concentration, dharma. So for human being, dharma is what? Concentration, joy, happiness, inner joy, creativity, contribution to the society, building up society, and finally realizing the glory of God and passing away from this world joyfully. If the birth was not painful to you, maybe to your mother, but to you the birth was not painful. So death should not be painful exactly in the same way. If you have led the right way of life, the death will not be painful. And everybody has to be prepared for death. The one who is born here must die one day. Never forget this. And today I have come here particularly to teach you the birthday ceremony. Because as we talk of death and birth, we must learn how to celebrate our birthday. Not in a jokery way. In a jokery way. Happy birthday to you. And then going up the land. Happy birthday to you and bhakti bao poo poo poo. That is, are you interested? Now I want to tell you one thing. As you find, everything has some identity. In the whole world, nothing exists without identity. And this country also must have an identity. This nation must have an identity. I think. The identity must not be dismantled. What is the name of this country? Not eating anything in the morning? I think power is not coming. And those who are born in this country and brought up, which is air and which is light and which is water and food, what are they called? Are we loud? And Nepalis have a dharma. We believe in certain gods and goddesses, we believe in certain philosophy, and we believe in yoga, we believe in meditation, we believe in certain ancient dharma. What is the name of the dharma? Lovely! So it is Hindu Rashtra. It is the place of Hindu. History proves it. Its lifestyle proves it. Its food proves it. And if somebody asks you, what is the food of Nepal? You say dal bhat sabji. Then somebody asks you, what is your national animal? You say cow. What is the national god? Dafe. And what is the national dress? Daura Shalwar. Sorry. And then what is the national god? Oshupatina. What is the national mountain? Himalaya. And then somebody asks, what is the national dharma? You say Nirapeksha. Is it right? No. You must say Hindu dharma. What you have to say? Hindu dharma. If you have given up your dharma, forget this. Because of this Western education, in the long time you will repent. Because I have every kind of Western education. Every kind of Western education. The Westerns have to shrink before me. But I have got my joy. I have got my happiness. I have got my inspiration. All from Gita. All from Upanishads. All from Patanjali. All from Shiva Samhita. Virendra Samhita. All these books are full of practicality about life. Because if Western scientists have researched on machines, our scientists are research on human beings. How a human being can be transformed and can be made great. Every human being must be great. Buddha did not talk because he thought that, oh, I am only Buddha and nobody can be Buddha. No, he didn't talk for that. You say Buddha and you will ring bells before him. But Buddha says that everybody can be Buddha. That's why he went door to door saying, oh man, you are born here to enlighten, to be Buddha. What are you doing? Busy with things that you have to give up tomorrow and go away from this world sad. Be Buddha and give up this world gloriously. Krishna said 700 verses in the Gita, not all for saying that I am only Krishna, nobody can be Krishna. No, you can be Krishna by following advices. So, our identity we must not lose. Whatever education we are taking, I have also been with this education that you are having, but I very quickly realized that the greater things are lying in our education. That way I request that the school authorities, if they make every day introduce to the children with few verses of the Gita or little Upanishads. About Upanishads, Vocational says, in the whole world there is no study as elevating as Upanishads. In my life, I have solace from Upanishad, and I believe in my death I will have solace from Upanishad. They are the highest product of wisdom. We must be acquainted with our treasury. We must be acquainted with our antiquity. We must be acquainted with our culture. Instead, we neither gharka na dorika kutta na gharka na gharka. Neither we can be perfectly Western, nor we are Eastern, and that is not right. You know the story? Dorika kutta na gharka na gharka? No? A dhobi, you know? Look at me. He had a donkey and he had a dog. And donkey would have enough grass, but the dog would not get enough meat and enough food, you know? So he was starving in a way. So one night a thief came in, and the dog was not barking. Then the donkey was anxious. He said, hey, why are you not barking? The thief is coming in. Hey, why are you not barking? The dog says, he doesn't give me food enough. Why should I bark? Huh? Then the donkey cannot control himself. Huh? He started braying. Bah, 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 you know? And the braying of a donkey doesn't mean that there is a thief coming. So the washerman became angry. He came out and said, oh, after all this labor, I'm not sleeping now. He's braying now. He's getting pity. And after beating him, then the donkey got angry. Then he kicked the dog. And dog started whining. That doesn't mean a thief coming. So the washerman came out and said, at midnight you are whining now for nothing. Get out of here. They drove him out. And when he's driven out, the dog, then he thought, where to go? Where to the homeless? He thought that let me go to the cremation ground, where dead bodies are burnt and sometimes half burnt, and they get enough food there. So he went with it. But in the cremation ground always there are gangs of stalwart dogs. Very gangs of stalwart dogs. Why would they allow him to come near? They chased him and they ran away. So neither gharka nor ghatka, dhovika kutta. We should not be like that. Neither Western nor Eastern, half. We must have our Eastern culture completely. And now I am going to teach you one Eastern culture today at least. One or two I think. Or maybe three if I have not forgotten. So at least one culture how to celebrate birthday. Do you agree? Yes, sir. Are you prepared? Yes, sir. Or if you say, no, sir, we are happy with the happy birthday, then I will go out. You all agree? Yes, sir. Maybe you should lift your hands once as I can see that you agree with me. Oh, it is almost 100%. Okay, please down. Now we start. our program. Hey, where are those?